I created an original claymation short film by combining stop-motion animated clay with digital hand-drawn animation. To find out how I made it, let's first go back to frame 1. The process began with the idea to tell a short story centered around a snowy day. Having characters navigate freezing cold temperatures felt like the perfect setup for a narrative full of fun visual gags. Slipping on ice, finding your car door frozen shut, having your glasses fog up. I sketched out these ideas in Photoshop, building out a narrative in storyboards. With the story finalized, I now needed to design the characters and world. I decided to make the characters from colorful, organic clay shapes. A big push for this project was to create a lot of contrast visually. Because the characters would be textured and organic, I decided to make the backgrounds from precise geometric vector strokes. I first sketched my backgrounds in Photoshop and then cleaned them up in Illustrator. The comfort of the indoors was depicted with warm colors. The harsh, cold outdoors was depicted with cool colors. With my characters and background designed, I could now jump into animation. To pre-visualize my character's performance, I first sketched out an animatic in Adobe Animate, working through the key positions my characters would need to hit in order to tell the story. I then exported that animatic as an MP4 and imported the video file into Dragonframe to use as reference when building my clay characters. I then animated the characters, moving the clay frame by frame, loosely following the timing of the keyframes of my animatic. To avoid casting contact shadows, I animated the clay characters elevated on a glass plate. With the character animation finished, I now needed to animate the 2D props the character interacted with. I exported my Claymation as an MP4 and imported the video file into Adobe Animate, and animated the props using Cel Animation, moving and redrawing the props frame by frame. Pretty late in the process, I decided I didn't want my characters to only communicate through body language, but to have expressive facial expressions as well, using an abstracted line sensibility to match the vector line art of my character's world. With everything designed and animated, it was now just a process of compositing all the pieces together. For the sound design, I created a list of all the sound effects I would need, and then I used my Zoom H4n microphone to record the sounds. For the title design and animation, I collaborated with designer and animator Susie Scheer, who created this elegant title graphic that fit right in with the film's art direction. For the music, I collaborated with composer Pague, who created this really lovely score. I've linked both of the artists' work in the description down below if you'd like to see more. With animation, graphics, sound design, and music all complete, I edited all the pieces together in Premiere and rendered out a final video. Here's how it turned out.